Hello, everyone. Welcome to JPNN. It is March 25th, Friday. We got a little bit of news for you going into the weekend. All right, let's get started. We're going to begin with Apple v. Epic. You know, that lawsuit that you thought was over where Apple won, but really no one won except us, kind of, not really. It was a weird court case. Well, it's not. I mean, it is over, but it's not really over. Epic is appealing the decision, obviously. Apple's called on the court to reject Epic's appeal. Reuters is reporting that Apple told the judges Epic has failed to show any legal error that would justify overturning the original judgment. They're also questioning how it could be seen as liable for breaking antitrust rules under state laws if its practices had already been found as legal under federal law. They also added that Epic failed to propose a reasonable alternative to the App Store policies, such as the 30% commission on all sales. That is the reason for the lawsuit battle. Apple put in the company court filing, the company wrote in a court filing. Apple wrote in a court filing. Epic asked the judiciary to fundamentally change the App Store by forcing Apple to abandon the integrated distribution and digital content delivery model that, among many other pro-competitive benefits, helps safeguard user security and privacy. So it's kind of over, but it's not really over, but it's also the U.S. court system, and it's never really over. That's kind of the news on that. Continue alongside lawsuits. Activision Blizzard, they're here with a new lawsuit this past Wednesday that alleges that current employees experienced sexual harassment and discrimination at the video game makers, Activision Blizzard, and they were retaliated against for speaking out about their experiences. The suit, which Bloomberg Law is reporting on, if you want more information on it, details allegations from a former staff member referred to as Jane Doe, who worked as a senior admin assistant to the company's IT department in 2017. The lawsuit, a quote from it says, "For years, Activision Blizzard's open frat boy environment fostered rampant sexism, harassment, and discrimination, with 700 reported incidents occurring under CEO Robert Kotick, aka Bobby, Robert Kotick's watch. On her first day of work at an, quote, initiation launch, Jane Doe was pressured to take tequila shots and was told by leadership that as part of her initiation, she needed to share, quote, an embarrassing secret, end quote, to everyone, according to the suit. More information on that, BloombergLaw.com, if you want to read the full details of that suit, but what the fuck? Stupid. Absolutely stupid. Xbox Game Studios Publishing has officially announced its brand new cloud gaming organization. According to Microsoft, the division will work with studios to develop cloud-native titles and bring them exclusively to the Xbox ecosystem. The division is led by Kim Swift, who was working as project lead and designer for Portal, also a designer and artist on Left 4 Dead and its sequel, and a game design director at Stadia. They joined Xbox last year as cloud gaming director. Swift went on to explain that the division's mandate is to, quote, partner with world-class game development teams to develop cloud-native games to bring unprecedented experiences to players that can only be achieved with cloud technology. I mean, are there any games that can be? I don't know if a game like that exists. Prove me wrong, Miss Swift. Prove me wrong. Over at Microsoft, there was a letter sent to the CEO, Satya Nadella, and also shared exclusively with Axios.com, where workers are asking whether or not Microsoft, nice dog, has authorized Activision to approve or oppose recognition of the union, or if it would potentially okay recognition. The main reports of the report by Axios are: the letter requests information. 1 second. It asks whether or not, what conditions, if any, will Microsoft put on the collective bargaining process. Version letter will run as an ad in the Seattle Times on Sunday. That's kind of a big deal for them to rent out an entire ad for the Seattle Times. I love how the dog's still fucking barking. Microsoft will not stand in any way if Activision Blizzard recognizes the unit, according to a company spokesman that told Axios that when asked about the letter. They also went on to say that Microsoft respects Activision Blizzard's employees' rights to choose whether to be represented by a labor organization, and they will honor those decisions. The company did not clarify what discussion has already taken place, nor its expectations for any collective bargaining process. I mean, they're not going to. That's just the unfortunate. That's just how that goes, really. It really is how that goes. Also over at Bloomberg, this Sony Game Pass competitor, codenamed Spartacus, is apparently going to be revealed this coming week. It'll debut with a, quote, splashy lineup of hit games, according to the Post. It is combining PlayStation Now and PlayStation Plus with multiple tiers. That's kind of weird. The most expensive tier gives access to demos and the ability to stream games. Part of the article and biggest difference between Sony's service and Game Pass is Sony will likely be at a disadvantage there. The new service is not expected to feature its biggest titles on day one they come out. The upcoming God of War, Ragnarok, for example, is unlikely to be offered with the streaming platform right away, said one of the people familiar with the plan. I mean, to be frank, what the fuck's the point then? Why the fuck would anyone buy that at all? It's pointless. It's like, how do you want to compete with Game Pass, but not put your titles on there day one? What are you doing? Do you not understand why Game Pass is that seems like they looked at Game Pass and then realized exactly what makes it popular and then decided not to include it. Like, what are we doing? What are these fucking yokes over at Sony doing? They're just stupid. Also, the Game Pass is so far ahead in terms of publishers and all that type of stuff. I don't know. It seems a little bit too just focus on your games at that point. I don't know. Seems dumb. Seems real stupid. But not as stupid as this next bit of news. Grand Theft Auto 5 is currently the best-selling game in the UK this past week, according to the latest from game sales data. That's right. You know, Grand Theft Auto 5, the recent game that came out, I don't know, a decade ago at this point. It was re-released for PS5 and Xbox Series X and S. Apparently, the new edition is the second biggest digital launch of the year, behind Elden Ring in the UK market. If history serves as any indication, you can extrapolate that from the UK out to the wider world, and really, you start to see why no one at Rockstar is ever going to work on GTA 6, even though they're saying that they're going to. Because it still fucking sells. It's not even a good. I've seen a ton of reports on how it's shit. It doesn't matter. It doesn't fucking matter. That game came out on PS3. Guys, PS3. Look it up. GameIndustry.biz has an article about Twitch and February, where they amassed a viewership of 2 billion hours watched in February. Facebook Gaming, meanwhile, accumulated 497 million hours during the month. Seems pretty good. The most watched title on Twitch in February was Lost Ark with 143 million hours. Seems like that sponsored portion really worked out in their favor. League of Legends came in at 131 million. Valorant at 84, and coming in third, even though I read them out of order, Grand Theft Auto 5. 127 million hours watched. It's that RP shit, man. Still does good. Still does good. Jumping along to a little bit more gaming related news. That no building mode over in Fortnite, that might become permanent. A data miner has uncovered new code in the game which points to an all-new playlist, No Builds Battle Royale. You'll soon be able to play solos, duos, and trios with building disabled. Further proof comes by the way of fresh tooltips, which are referring to modes where building is enabled. The tweet for the data miner, or from the data miner, says, seems like Epic is planning to keep in no building modes. Here's some sign/proof. Then they reference both those things just stated. At least coming from my chat and from a bunch of other creators that I speak with that don't play Fortnite, they all say Fortnite with no building is fantastic. People that don't, 5-year-olds who like to hide behind their walls and their bullshit, and they can't even aim. They just like to make houses. You know what you can go make houses in? The Sims, Johnny. That's where you can fucking go. Get out of here. Jesus. Pokemon Go fans are upset at the developer, pretty par for the course, that they're undoing the changes that were done back to pre-COVID-19 lockdown. The changes are that incense, an in-game item that attracts Pokemon, reducing its efficacy. It now attracts one Pokemon every 5 minutes instead of one per minute when staying still. Yesterday it was announced that April's Stuffle-themed Community Day would last just 3 hours, down from the 6 that everyone had grown used to. Look, that's just how that goes. People are going to be upset when you offer them one thing and then you take it away a little bit later. Persona 4 Arena Ultimax Remastered has the worst physical sales in Japan when compared to other Persona spin-off games and when compared to the original P4AU. It has sold a meager 12,684 copies for its first week debut, according to Famitsu Game Ranking Sales. And to give you a overview, or at least an inkling into how the original game sold, it sold 85,000 copies in its first week. Perhaps you shouldn't have remastered that. What are you doing? Circling back around, by the way, to Grand Theft Auto, Rockstar unveiled Grand Theft Auto Plus, or GTA Plus, a new membership program for GTA Online exclusively for PS5 and Xbox Series X. That's the big announcements for the day. Let's dive into whatever this is. Oh, God. As a GTA Plus member, you'll get a monthly $500,000 into your Maze Bank account. You'll get special vehicle upgrades, member-only discounts, GTA bucks, and RP bonuses, and more each month. Why? What does it cost? What is the... Yacht owners can upgrade to the Aquarius Super Yacht at no additional cost. Oh, God. 3 times GTA dollars and RP on House Special Works Race Series, and 2 times the Carb Meat Rep on the Street Rate Series. How much does this cost? $6 a month starting on March 29th. I mean, they're going to make a killing on that. It's going to make so much money for them. And then you're going to see GTA 6 launch with GTA Plus, most likely. And everyone's going to get it. That's just how it is. That's just how it is. More money for Rockstar. They got to get on that monthly subscription plan. It's all the rage if you can make it work. Polyphony Digital released a statement today that promises changes to the player rewards and more in Gran Turismo 7. A new patch in early April will add more events, increased reward, and more additional fixes will be delivered as well. Ghostwire Tokyo had its highest peak players ever for a Tango Gameworks game on Steam. For reference, The Evil Within 1, 44.99 players, The Evil Within 2, 9918, and Ghostwire Tokyo clocking in at 13,996. I think The Evil Within is a better game. But hey, I didn't play the PC version. Maybe it's better. Maybe it's better. The CEO of Kickstarter is stepping down after 3 years in the role. Aziz Hassan took over the popular crowdfunding site in 2019 and was the company's third CEO after founder Perry Chin and co-founder Yancey Strickler. In the interim, Sean is the right leader for Kickstarter, Hassan wrote. Not the streamer, Hassan, by the way, the CEO. He has brought his passion for empowering creative people through technology to the platform and its community for over 6 years. He knows our business and value, and I am confident that Kickstarter's mission is in capable, dedicated hands. This only reminds me of the Sanderson Kickstarter. What is that currently at? $33.3 million. 6 days to go. Okay, that's way too much fucking money. Insane. The creator of the Bloodborne PS1 Demake is announcing Bloodborne Kart. You can find more information at twitter.com/botster, B0TSTER. Sure, Bloodborne Kart. Why not? Fuck it. Who cares? Steam's Next Fest demo event on PC has been announced. It'll be coming back on June 13th, 2022. That makes me think that either that will become the quote E3 week of the year, or it will be the year prior, which kind of lines up in general with E3 dates. I only have to do E3 because people that we read or watch this that don't generally read or watch this are going to be like, E3 is dead. No. See what this means? It means shut the fuck up. You don't know what you're talking about. Finally, a bit of rumor here at the end. Apparently Dreams might be coming to PS5. A Reddit user posted a screenshot of the PS Store showing them a PS5 version of the game that they could purchase. Currently, if you visit the PlayStation Store, the issue which caused this player to see a PS5 version of Dreams has been fixed, as there is only the PS4 version available. Could have been a leak. Could have just been a fix. Who knows? If they lead with that PlayStation Spartacus, whatever that ends up being called, as Dreams is one of the titular titles to be free. Oh, God. What are you doing, PlayStation? What are you doing? We'll see. We'll report on that next week. But that's going to do it for JPNN today here on the Friday edition. We'll see you Monday. Maybe with some PlayStation news about Spartacus. Maybe they'll wait till Tuesday, though, for that. We'll see. We'll cover it all. For now, we're out of here. Have a great a great start to your weekend. And we'll see you on Monday for more news. Bye-bye.